Hi, I'm Tony Stoltzfus, the author of Heaven Experience the Extraordinary, and I want to welcome you to the Heaven Experience book study. So, just a quick introduction of myself. I'm the author of 21 books. I've been a coach for several decades. My specialty was working with senior leaders in painful transitions. So, walking with people through their most difficult moments in life and helping them find the goodness of God in those experiences. I've also trained thousands of coaches through several training institutes that I was involved in starting. So that's me. A lot of people ask, where did this book come from? So I'd like to tell you a little bit about that. I had a dream 40 years ago when I was in my 20s, and the dream was, I want to make a movie about heaven. Because if people could just experience heaven for 90 minutes, just get absorbed in it, they would give anything to go there. It would completely change the way they lived. So this book is the culmination of that dream. The goal here is not to give you facts about heaven. It's for you to experience heaven. So this whole idea of reading to experience as opposed to reading to understand, let me give you a quick example. If you've read the first couple chapters for, the book study that you're in, one of the questions I always get for this is, why does Amanda not realize she's in heaven? Or when I get to heaven, am I not going to realize where I am? When we go to heaven, is it going to take a while for us to figure out we're there? I think probably not. It may be different for different ones of us, but the reason I wrote the book this way is there's a lot of changes that have to happen for you to go from the earth to heaven. And maybe that happens in a minute, but I want you to experience what those changes are like. So I've stretched it out over time so we can talk about dimensionality, and we can talk about no fear, and we can talk about transparency. And maybe all those things will happen to you in a moment, but making it take time in the book lets you really absorb and experience it. So that's an example of how the book is written, not so much with the goal to get everything right, but to give you the kind of experience that you're going to have when you get there. So, as you discuss this in your book club, the point here is not to be able to win a theological or factual debate about heaven. It's for you to feel what heaven feels like and enjoy it. Imagine a painter who's going to do a portrait, and she has the model is sitting in front of her. The model is a four-dimensional human being. We have three spatial dimensions, up and down, side to side, back and forth, and then time is our fourth dimension. So the model is four-dimensional, but the painting, when it's finished, is really only two-dimensional. It doesn't change over time. A movie changes over time, but not a painting. And it has no depth. It's just, a thin layer on the canvas. So is that a valid representation of the model? Well, we would obviously say yes. You can make a photograph or a painting that captures what a person looks like. And we understand that as a painting, we're not going to be able to capture those added dimensions, and that's okay. So that's a really good picture of making a movie or a book about heaven. Because I'm stuck with using human words and human language, there are things about this that are going to be wrong, quote unquote. And when we get to heaven, we're all going to have a big laugh about the conceptions of heaven we had that didn't quite live up to the original. So don't get hung up on, is this right? Is this exactly perfect? It's not the point of the book anyway. Just let it touch you. Take it in. If there's something you do disagree with, that's fine. I'm not offended because I know I don't have everything right. So the key to engaging this book is something that Amanda learns. And the phrase is, trust is the bridge between heaven and earth. And what it means is, when God is in more dimensions than me, I can't fully know him rationally. But there are things my heart can perceive that my mind can't. Heaven is beyond comprehension, but it's not beyond imagination. So let yourself experience, read the book with trust, enjoy it. If there's something you don't like, spit it out, and you'll understand heaven better with your heart than you ever could with your head.